I'm fucking IT over here, bro.
Yeah.
Just refresh the page.
Oh yes, you are tuned in to The Liberty Broadcast, broadcasting live at thelibertybroadcast.com and also rumble.com/broadcast.
Rumble!
Tune in live, www.thelibertybroadcast.com. And here is your host, Rachel Salazar!
Yeah, man. Find us on Rumble. Can you close? What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Liberty Broadcast. I am Rachel. This is Drones. Shout out to Drones.
Thank you.
For producing the show, as he always does. So welcome. If you were with us last week, it was pretty wild. That is not typically how the show goes. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. We talk about all kinds of fun things that I love to chat about. And not really, I don't love to chat about it. But these are things that interest me that I saw and I thought, hey, I want to show this to somebody. How do I show people my videos on my phone without going up to them individually? And the way that I do that is right here. Because what is worse than somebody running up to you trying to get you to look at a video on their phone? What is worse than that? That is the worst thing. I want to run away, far, far away. But also, I really want you to see my video that I have on my phone, because this is the video worth watching and your video is trash. Anyway, basically that's what we are going to do today. I don't have single really anything to go over. I'm just going to go over some hot topics, and we are going to start with, here's a hot topic. I'm wearing glasses. I normally do not wear glasses, and it's freaking me out, and I don't like it, and I don't have a choice. And so here we are. So welcome to the glasses face. That will be, not that it matters to anyone, but it is weird to me. I don't appreciate how much control these have over me, even though it's not really a giant difference. I still don't like it. And my eye doctor said it will get worse. So that was cool. So feel free to drop recommendations for supplements in the chat, and I will take them very seriously. I promise you I will. Okay, so moving on. So we are based out of Austin, Texas. We have the worst district attorney named Jose Garza. We have pretty much just a bunch of shit here. Just shit people running the city, just like any other major city in the U.S. It is the same shit we are dealing with, except for some reason, Austin's so cool also. So that's the difference, is that, I don't know, some of those other cities are just not good. But anyway, so here we are dealing with the same issues all the time. Homeless people, whatever, downtown smells like piss. I have entertained the idea of like collecting donations or like maybe a petition or something to get them to give us that same treatment that they gave in, where was that? In San Francisco? I don't know, somewhere, some city. Sorry, I'm forgetting, but someone was coming to the city and they cleaned it up really well. And I want that here just for a day, Can we please? And power wash the streets. It's 6th Street, for crying out loud. I mean, I hate when people come here and no matter how much you tell them not to go down to 6th Street, they still go down to 6th Street and risk their lives. And I guess I would too if I was a stupid 21-year-old. I would do it. I have done it. Well, when I did it, when I was going downtown, when I was 21, it was not dangerous. I mean, maybe it was dangerous, but it didn't seem the way that it is now. Now, if I am on a plane with someone and they're going, I'm flying back from like Vegas to Austin, and this actually has happened. And I was sitting next to a girl that was going there for her birthday, her 21st birthday. And I was trying to give her all of the spots that were not on 6th Street. And I strongly advised her not to go there. Like, what is wrong with me? This is not a good sign. I'm wearing glasses and I'm trying to give advice to 21-year-olds on a plane. Okay, I'm going to get it together. Speaking of Austin, of course, here's a story recent. Austin man charged with sexual assault just weeks after being arrested twice for masturbating in public. In April, a downtown parking attendant flagged down a passing officer to clear out a man he thought was sleeping in the West 5th Street lot. He wasn't sleeping. Carlton Kelly was lying on the ground at 7:45 in the morning, pants down to his knees, erect penis in hand, masturbating in full view. That is a very descriptive sentence. I guess you can really picture that if you want. I advise against it. In May, a resident leaving his East Side condo caught Kelly sitting in the alley beside the building, penis exposed, hand moving up and down. I mean, just somebody video this, please. The resident got it. I'm just kidding. The resident got it on his dash cam. Oh my God. It's like, what is happening? Don't do it. And handed police 2 still photos. In June, charged with felony sexual assault, Kelly has a long record, theft and repeat trespassing, that prosecutors either plea deal or decline the charge. Thank you, Jose Garza. The one that might have kept him locked up, a felony threat against a cop or judge, was thrown out a year before he was charged with sexually assaulting a woman. And of course, here is a screenshot of his record. You can pull up anyone's record if you know their name. It's a really incredible thing. So here is his, I guess. So obviously many things, many dismissals, many nothing happening as we are used to here in Austin. So yeah, exactly like what went down with our dear friend Jamie, who actually just celebrated, or didn't celebrate shit. That was dark. He didn't get to celebrate, his birthday. So that was pretty sad. And yeah, so Jose Garza is a piece of shit, and that was the point of that story. Okay. I'm going to keep on moving. Trump said a couple of things today. He's always up to something. He's always saying something. And sometimes I just see these clips and it's so, we get both sides of it. We get that Trump that's playful and fun and says the quick things and calls people out. And then we also get, like this kind of Trump.
Has Secretary Hegseth told you why he hasn't released the video of the second strike?
No, he hasn't told me. I thought that issue was dead. You're surprised you're bringing it up. You must be CNN.
Lawmakers are still talking about it on the Hill.
Are you CNN?
I am with CNN.
Oh, gee, I'm shocked to find out.
But lawmakers are still talking about it on the Hill.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know about lawmakers. Which lawmakers you're talking about?
Most of the Democrats have been talking about trying to release it.
I mean, the people that you work for, the Democrats? You know you work for the Democrats, don't you? You're basically an arm of the Democrat Party. Thank you very much, everybody.
Has Secretary Hegseth...
So, he's always saying some weird shit. He's always saying some weird shit. And I wish really that he wasn't. Here he is responding to... someone asking about his hand. And of course, naturally, he responds.
We saw them freezing on your hand. Are you okay?
Very good.
You good?
I clipped it on the table. So I put a little what do they call it, cream on it, but I clipped it. I would say take aspirin if you like your heart, but don't take aspirin if you don't want to have a little bruising. If you take I take the big aspirin. And when you take the big aspirin, they tell you you're bruised. The doctor said, you don't have to take that, sir. You're very healthy. I said, I'm not taking any chances. So anyway, but that's one of the side effects of taking aspirin.
We saw them freezing on
Yeah,
your hand.
so-
Are you okay?
Once again, just like the strangest hands. It's like, why is he making me feel like I should look at him like a Joe Biden? I don't like that. I don't like it at all. It is very strange. Very, very strange. Something even more strange is Lindsey Graham died. And that was kind of an interesting situation. He, and of course there are conspiracy theories and things, but basically so apparently he told the staffer that he had chest pains and to call 911 shortly before his death. I know a lot of people were wondering who was with him. He doesn't have a wife, and who would have been with him. And so his housekeeper, I guess, was there in the middle of the night with him, and she called and came to his rescue. And so weird stuff going on there. I don't know. There's a few different things. So here is a strange music, like why? Here, not strange, but here's some footage, of course, from TMZ. And I don't know. Whenever I first heard about it, I was like, he was poisoned. For sure, he was poisoned. That's what I would guess. If I had to guess what happened with Lindsey Graham, I would guess that he was poisoned. And then we see these, I saw this tweet, and it's like, yesterday, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham visited Ukraine to assure Zelensky support of the U.S. The warmonger was shown a secret drone manufacturing facility in Kyiv. Well, this factory no longer exists after strikes by the Russian MOD without warning. 6 missiles struck 2 manufacturing facilities in Kyiv region. The Ramad confirmed strikes on drone sites, which started a huge fire, and then mysteriously he is dead. So that is one of the, there's always got to be a conspiracy. We live in conspiracy. Everyone's a conspiracy theorist now, for sure. And we're kind of forced into it. But what really is conspiracy theory? Because now we're going to have to change the definition for it. That's what it's looking like. Another story that came out of the death of Lindsey Graham was, of course, a Jesse James Rose, who credits the late senator for having financial security and lack of student loans. So this tranny. Can I say that? Will that get us in trouble? I caught myself. Okay. Just woke up to find out Lindsey Graham is dead. LOL. Most of you know him as the homophobic senator from South Carolina. But to me, he will always be the man who paid a Twinkie pre-transition college student a fat sack of cash to do unspeakable things to him in a hotel room while he wore red lingerie. Okay, so we're going to stop there because Now I had to pick. So far, if you've been watching the show, I've asked you to picture a masturbating homeless man with a giant erection, and now I'm asking you to picture Lindsey Graham in a red lingerie, about to, do something with a transgender transy. Can I say that? Transy?
Yeah, transy.
Transy. Okay. Anywho, of course, Trump was asked about this. And also these it's like we're living in this craziness because, so everyone, like these phone calls, and maybe it's only happened twice now, but these are like these phone calls that are happening, with these guys, these phone calls, Mitch McConnell, right? These phone calls, Lindsey Graham and Trump had a phone call, and it's just so strange. I mean, did Trump say that he talked to him for 20 minutes? I mean, did he? I know he said he talked to him, but I don't know if he said he talked to him for 20 minutes. But I mean, they are really fucking with us if Trump said 20 minutes. I just have to say that. They are really having a good chuckle, whoever they is. I don't know. I mean, we are in a simulation almost definitely. Here is Trump's response to a question about poison.
We've heard a lot of your comments. You lost a big friend. I saw him in Ukraine on his way back, and we all saw the video. He didn't look so hot. I'm told by those who know him, maybe he looked a little off. He was tired. Look, the Russians have a habit of poisoning people they don't like. And Lindsey Graham once called for Putin to be, taken out. You have any suspicions or worries? Do you think we know the whole story about his death?
Well, I think we do. We've had great doctors, and they talked about, a certain part of his body literally blew up. And that's a condition I believe his father had also. His father died very, very young from heart complications, and that's what Lindsey had. And it's something that's, number one, is very tough to see. And even if you see it, it's hard to fix, very hard to fix. And, he had a problem with arteries, and I thought he was like a 70% blockage. I said, Lindsey, you're going to have to go and take care of that. But this was not that problem. This was a different problem that wasn't really related. So he called me and I said, how you doing? He just got back from Ukraine. He was a worker. I tell you, he was always someplace. And he loved it, though. He really loved it. He was good. He was really a great politician, actually. But he just got back and I said, how you doing? And he said, well, I'm doing good, but I'm tired. And within, a short period of time after that call, he was gone. Amazing, actually. But I don't think, just to answer the conspiracy theory, I don't know. I'd love to say yes, but I think he had some problems. And
yeah, so I don't know. That's kind of a weird way to describe someone and the way that they died. To say that parts of his body literally blew up. Like, what? Imagine describing that, like using that description to somebody who just died, that had a heart attack, and so, and you were the last person, to talk to them, and their loved one is asking you about it, or, a friend. and he's so serious when he says it too. He's like, parts of him, doctor said parts of him, his body literally blew up. When they told Trump that, maybe they didn't, if they told him that, but, thinking in truth, if, they probably told him that, like discreetly, like, like parts of him, like, like maybe somebody was trying to be cool with Trump, and they were like trying to normal talk him, and they're like, man, parts of him like literally blew up, and now he's just saying it like that. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of wild. It is kind of wild, but whatever. I like to read too much into things all the time. Ask Adon. Okay, so what else? Yes. Another you know what, Lindsey Graham, it's like, okay, I don't know what to say about this. His daughter was put in his place. She will complete his term. Let's see. Here is a little bit of that.
Please raise your right hand.
Darlene.
Do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic? That you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation?
Yes, there she is. So that happened. Yes. And moving on, we're going to move on real quick. I forgot. I have other stuff I want to get to. So Iran has just sunk a U.S. ship that was attempting to cross the Strait of Hormuz. This is a little bit of what we call a not war. This is a not war. This is a negotiation process, if you haven't heard. You are witnessing a very real, everyone is understanding of everything. We're all on the same page. This is a negotiation. It is not a war. However, Trump is just going to comment, and just politically speaking, Trump threatens to plunge Iran into darkness. And this is not, threats are not wars.
We're going to hit them very hard the night after. And then next week it gets really bad for them, because next week comes the power plants. Next week comes the bridges. We're going to knock out all their power plants. We're going to knock out all their bridges unless they get to the table and negotiate. We're going to hit.
Yeah, this is a part of the negotiation deal. This is what we all knew we were signing up for. And even if we didn't sign up for it, this is what is happening. And, you know, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. I'm going to keep pushing through. That's all I have to say about that. It's not a war. We'll see what happens. Cross your fingers that this doesn't affect the gas. Just kidding, it will. So I should probably fill up my tank, and you should, sorry. Sorry. Drones, poor Drones. I know you don't want to talk about it. Drones has a beautiful car. And some retard. Will that be bad if I say Rizzard?
Yeah, some
Some Rizzard.
some retarded 18-wheeler.
18-wheeler. Yeah. Did that to his car. Messed him up. So anyway, sorry about that, but I may have to fill up before I go home. Thinking about it. So another topic that I wanted to talk about last week before the crazy party happened was Flock. So, and I do want to have Kriston Harris back on, because I know that he has a strong opinion about Flock. Most people do. And if they didn't, we wouldn't see this giant campaign of people tearing down the Flock systems. So, or the Flock cameras, right? So if you've watched the show before, I do hold a special place in my heart for Flock. I'm what you might call a Flock sympathizer. I am not down for surveillance either. So I'm sort of like more like a libertarian on the Flock. I'm like a Joe Rogan. I'd like to ride the fence on this one, if you don't mind. I would like to say that the flock system is what helped Jamie's murderer get caught. And it wasn't even a full-on flock system at that time. It was a pilot program. After that, Jamie, our dear friend Jamie White, who InfoWars writer, also a best friend to me and my husband, the flock, without it, after it happened, I started looking into like the statistics for the crimes and things that they've been able to catch using these flock systems. I can't remember what it is right now, but I did like tweet about it back then. I'd have to go back and look, which I'll try to do. But they were pretty good. I mean, they were catching some murder stuff, some robbery stuff, some, like all kinds of stuff. And really, the people that were pushing back on it first, on the flock system, was the liberals, the crazy leftists, liberals. And they were pushing back against it because they felt like it was tracking illegal immigrants. They said that the flock system was sharing its data with local law enforcement, or with ICE, and that ICE was using that system to find these illegal immigrants. And San Antonio had a big giant thing about it. I mean, like, people have spoken about it, anti-flock, because it's finding illegal immigrants. And also they were making claims during Roe v. Wade time, when it got overturned, that they were using that system to track people who were trying to leave Texas to get an abortion. Again, a very super liberal point, right? Or reason to not like it. So anyway, so now here we are. And everybody, it's almost like how everybody hated Sneeko altogether. It's like everybody hates Flock altogether. Except I really don't, sort of. The flock system didn't grow overnight. It's been something that's been happening. And I think that the issue is that nobody has said shit about it, really, except for this liberal audience. But nobody really from like a conservative side were really raising a fuss about it, because it was a very liberal movement, leftist movement. And since nobody really said anything about it, as far as like the surveillance topic goes, now people are saying things, which is fine, but it's already taken off. And all the shit that could go wrong with developing a system like that, and what data they're allowed to share, like all of the like very specific, like guidelines that it should have, wasn't really looked at when it was first rolling out. Nobody was really checking it out, and nobody was really pushing them to make sure that a system like this wouldn't have the capability, or would make it at least harder for somebody to be able to hack into it or use it for these nefarious reasons that it's been used for. But now that everyone is saying something, yeah, it's a genuine concern. It is a concern now, because they've been able to launch so many of these cameras that it's kind of out of control now, and everybody's got the code, and it's kind of gone far. And I agree. Okay. I'm coming to this conclusion right now. Okay. But I don't hate them on that scale, because I think that we are in a situation, because I know that there's places that have them, that have very low crime rates, and they're like, what the hell? Why is this flock system here? That, yes, I think that that's a part of the guideline structure that should happen with flock, to like figure out, okay, this much crime, this area, these are the area. Like, there needs to be more involvement on it, if anything, because we are at a place where Do we really not want to see what the hell is going on? Like, I don't know. It's like, you know how there are people that like that. I mean, it's like a catch-22, right? So it's like you want to go off grid and have no communication with the outside world, right? You want to go totally off grid. Well, guess what? Also, you don't know what's going on over there. You know, you don't know what you should be preparing for. Maybe you set up some booby traps, you know, maybe. But, you know, you could buy more time if you had a connection, you know. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just rambling now. But yeah, I mean, I think it's out of hand. I think it needs to be pulled back. I think that some things need to change. I don't think that cutting them all down is the right way to go. I mean, if you go and look at, you know, the crimes and the murderers and like the robberies and all of these things that have been caught using the flock system, I think that would be great. I'm sure that everybody involved in that is grateful that there was some. I'm grateful, you know, because this guy that killed Jamie, after he killed Jamie, he wrote a rap song about killing him. Or he wrote, I don't know if you would call it a rap song, but he wrote a song about it. And this, I mean, he probably wrote it because he had so much time before the APD actually looked into the flock system. You know, and if they had that information sooner, if it was like a part of what they're able to use whenever they're getting into these crimes, maybe they'd be able to catch these people a lot sooner. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, yes, and it can be used for bad too, and I acknowledge that. And I think that is a part of me saying that they need to like bring it in, like cut some down. Yeah, cut them down, like in the areas that there's like tons of them, there's no crime. Go and talk to your leaders, city leaders, go and do all the good stuff that you need to do. But like I said, I'm not like go walk around. There's cameras literally everywhere. It's like we're in China, but they've been able to hide it. And I'm not saying that's reason to have more, but I'm saying, okay, be mad about this. Be mad about, and I keep screaming at the top of the mountain about this, Tesla. There's like 230 million Teslas in the USA, and they all have 8 cameras on them, and they're all recording. I don't hear anybody saying shit about that, you know, and luckily, I mean, maybe it's because it's just such a good system that nobody can hack into it. I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know. But what I do know is everybody knows there's cameras on those Teslas. So say something about that. Say something about the cameras out, you know, outside of the businesses. Let's get rid of those cameras. You know, if they're not facing the business, they shouldn't be recorded. I mean, like where are we going? Where are we going with this? Anyway, so how should this be taken humor? Yes, take it in a humorous way. That is fine. Yes, definitely. Look, do not take anything that I'm saying seriously, please. That's the last thing I want you to do. Because yes, exactly, Lacey, our cell phones too. You know, people are so paranoid. They don't want people recording them, but then you have your phone in your hand. Literally, your camera is facing you. I don't know. People hack that stuff all the time. Everybody's got a freaking camera in their house. I wonder how many people that have a camera in their house, like recording their living room and recording their baby crib, are mad about Flock. Like, I wonder how many people with cameras inside their house are protesting against Flock. I wonder how many. Yeah. So I'm just looking through. Yeah, we should charge money for them using our likeness. That is a great point. That's a great point in the comments. 100%. I think so. But, you know, it's never going to stop. It's always going to go crazy. And that's just a part of what is normal. That's a part of life now. And, you know, you just smile for the camera. What else are you going to do? So that was a little bit of what the flock. Yes, I did read the people charged, the sheriff's office. I think they had like a bunch of these guys doing it. It's so shitty. If you don't, it's like people are too crazy. People are way too nuts. People are crazy. Our homeless people here are so crazy. You know why? Because we're the Austin keep it weird. We're keeping it weird, like sober and normal in our lives. And we're still like wacky. And so imagine how our homeless are. They're really off the rails, big time off the rails. Insane. Do not come to Austin is a point of that. Okay. Let's keep moving. That was fun. We'll talk more about flock, though, when I actually get a professional flocker, anti-flocker, and on the other line, and we'll check it out. But, for now, just, guys, be safe. Don't cut yourself cutting down a flock camera. It's really not a good idea. You can really mess yourself up doing things like that. Man, I had a lot of, the other thing that happened was, and we saw this, and I know that everyone has seen this a million times. And actually, you know what? I'm not even going to show it to you. It was a buffalo.
Well, if you don't have anything going on.
Shit, sorry. It was the buffalo thing. And it was the buffalo thing with a guy getting hit by the buffalo. And then I saw a video before we went live of like some guys running up to some cubs. And that's what I mean. People are freaking nuts. Okay. People are crazy. We need to watch these freaks and make sure that they're not like running up in our yard trying to, like bite our face off or something. I need to see who's running up on me for sure. This was so there's a way, there's this story too, since we're talking about like surveillance and stuff. This is a video. I wonder if I can make this big. Is that not a thing? Ah, shit. Sorry. I'm one of those people that are just like clicking everywhere. And it's just not good. That's so dumb.
I have to show it to him small.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play it small because this is an interesting one.
After their Waymo called police on them. Police say the Waymo stopped the car and alerted officers that its two underage passengers were drinking alcohol and appeared to be shooting guns out of the moving vehicle.
KTLA's Mary Beth McDade live in Hollywood with details on the unusual arrest straight out of the future. MB.
Yeah, and Mike and Jared, it appears that two 15-year-olds made a lot of bad decisions. And, according to the Waymo website, these two 15-year-olds should have never even been inside the car in the first place. It says that no one under the age of 18 is allowed to ride in the car without being accompanied by an adult in the state of California. And as for that alcohol, well, no one is allowed to have alcohol inside the car, no matter what the age. San Mateo police can be seen surrounding a Waymo car Monday afternoon. They detained two 15-year-olds who were apparently riding around in the driverless car, drinking alcohol and shooting a gun out the window. Police say they were contacted by the car company and informed of the teens' bad behavior.
They saw what they described as a firearm in the vehicle, described it black in color, and at some point believed that the passengers were firing it outside of the vehicle, even at one point saying they believed they saw a recoil.
She says the Waymo rep went on to tell them the minors appeared intoxicated.
They had an open bottle of alcohol with them.
Police aren't sure how Waymo discovered the teens' suspicious behavior, but officers worked with the car company to conduct a high-risk traffic stop.
Right, we're getting a call that they're shooting a firearm, so that's pretty serious.
Waymo made the car pull over and disabled it. Police say the car company then tricked the young riders and told them the car was having mechanical issues.
And even though the car was disabled, the doors weren't locked. The passengers had the ability to get up and exit and leave if they wanted to, but they ended up staying stationary.
That's when 5 officers arrived and detained the teens. They also discovered the gun was an Orbeez, which shoots water pellets. Although it's a motorized toy gun,
Orbeez,
it can cause
no.
injury and damage. And it can look very
Orbeez.
realistic, especially ones that have been painted over. Police say this poses a danger.
And the danger really is the other person on the receiving end, right? They might feel threatened. You don't know how they're going to respond. You definitely don't want to put the law enforcement in that type of situation.
The incident follows another concerning one in Santa Monica last month, where teens were recorded riding around hanging out the open windows of a Waymo. Authorities encourage parents to keep an eye on their teens this summer so Waymo doesn't have to.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Wow. That sounds like a threat. That sounds like a bunch of people from India trying to tell us what the fuck to do over here with our robot cars. And it's weird. Okay. That's what I have to say. No, it's not weird, but I don't know. I mean, they definitely should not be doing that. Those kids should definitely not be doing that. Orbeez should definitely sue this news company for pretending like you're going to really get injured with some Orbeez getting shot by gel, very loose gel. Oops, I'm so dumb. I close the window. So anyway, definitely don't drink in a Waymo. Don't ride in a Waymo. Waymos suck. They freak you out. If you live in a big city, they will stop in the middle of the road if there's a homeless person standing anywhere in or around the street. And it is very possible that you can get held up because a homeless person just jumps in front of your Waymo while you're in it, and the list goes on and on. So don't ride in a Waymo. Now, robotaxi, I might be okay with. I might be able to trust that. Maybe that's why people don't raise a fuss about the Tesla. Because they trust it so much, except for well, I guess, they and I knew right away that guy was lying. The one that drove into the building, the Tesla, or not the building, Tesla drove the Tesla into the house. I already knew that guy did that on purpose, because it's almost like like the Apple system or whatever. Whenever Apple was when I was first hearing about about Apple, and how it could never get viruses. It's the ultimate, I think we all feel sort of that way with the with the Teslas. I don't know. He's built rockets. He brings them back, grabs them with his chopsticks. I trust him a little bit with that. I don't know. I'm so confused now on even how to feel anymore about anything. So, I did want to also chat a little bit about.
Well, if you don't have anything going on for the next 3.
I can't get this woman to shut up every time she wants to say something. I don't get it.
Shock.
So I don't know how to work computers. I'm going to show you guys this clip that I came across. And maybe this is old and maybe it's new, but this, if true, is worrisome. That's for sure.
Pfizer makes 90% of the cheese in the United States. Cheese is one of the most consumed foods in the world, especially in the U.S. So if you control cheese, you control a massive part of the food supply, and Pfizer quietly sits in the middle of it. To make cheese, you need just 4 ingredients: milk, salt, cultures, and rennet. And guess who took over the rennet industry? Pfizer. About 90% of all cheese.
It's not true. It's not true. But I wanted to bring it up because if it were true, that would be nuts. Totally believable, but not true. Okay, that was weird for all of us. I'm going to move on to Charlie Kirk. So yeah, the hearing's going on. This is another thing that I had wanted to talk about last week before everything got crazy. I was curious to hear about what Rob Dew thinks about the Charlie Kirk situation. So maybe we'll have him on again and actually sit down with him and chat. Although I did have a good time. There was just a lot that I wanted to check out. So someone who really did a good job, as I always do, at breaking stuff down is, and I definitely am going to play this video. So if you haven't watched it yet, yeah, things got crazy. There was a lot of insane things that we saw. There were like a lot of weird gaslighting going on, and Erica Kirk, and then she went and did that. She like spoke at an event and she was like, that murder in the courtroom. And, you know, she shouldn't, I think she's like not supposed to say anything about it. And they kind of accused her of doing this kind of a political, like this power move, speaking on the platforms, kind of pushing that, you know, he's convicted. He's still going through it. And so it just like, there's a lot of weird things going on. Right. And nothing is adding up. I don't like it. Like everyone is turning into Candace Owens or, you know, I mean, it's not a bad thing, but I don't mind being brown. All right, let's see.
I can't wait for the Zoom call with Erica. Yeah, I can't believe she's doing it just 6 days after Charlie, you know, but she'll probably just be crying the whole time. Poor thing. Oh, she's on.
Oh, look at all the thumbs up. Look how cute that is. Sorry, this is a little bit more informal than probably Charlie would be reacting. How sweet.
She's surprisingly upbeat. Laughing a lot.
Sorry, you guys. I just wanted to say first and foremost, my heart obviously is broken for you guys.
For us? What about her? Did she know Charlie was her husband?
Turning Point USA will continue like my husband always wanted, and it'll be bigger than ever. And we're going to honor him by doing that. We're going to stay humble.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's really focused on business.
We're going to work hard because that's what he would want. And we're going to just make it grow.
Just growing the business.
But he's here, and he's more alive than ever. And he is, he's going to guide us.
He's actually dead, and she's guiding us. What is going on here?
And I told Justin, it's going to be something where everything before September 10th, any email you were working on, any project you were working on, it's not that it's irrelevant now. It's just things have changed, obviously.
What? So projects Charlie had us working on don't matter? Like, dude, don't you think this is a little strange? No, she's just saying if Charlie had you working on a project, don't worry about that anymore because she's going to lead us in a more Charlie-like way than Charlie ever could. It's a change.
And I just want you to know that, again, I'm with you. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's definitely here now.
I feel so blessed and honored.
Hey, man, do you think it's weird that she's leading us now? No, not at all. That's Charlie's wife. What are you talking about? She has no background in leading significant 9-figure organizations. Her background is seeking fame through reality TV shows and beauty pageants. I mean, she's not next in line most qualified to lead us. Yes, she is. Just imagine Patrick Mahomes tragically dies in a car accident. Who would be next in line to lead the Chiefs as starting quarterback? Second string quarterback. No, dummy. Patrick Mahomes' wife. It's the same thing. You don't think this is weird? You're just overthinking it. And by the way, show some respect, okay? She's a grieving widow, but she's not really grieving. She's not doing any of that.
Everyone grieves differently, so if someone's acting weird, don't read into that.
There you go. You just heard her. Everyone grieves differently. Well, but nobody grieves like that. Just get over it, pussy. We got to get ready for the memorial service. It's going to be sick. I don't know, man. I'm just so sad.
Hi, everybody. I still love all these emoji Zoom things.
Hey, Erica, the emojis are killer. So how'd this memorial perform?
I don't even know where to begin. The fact that we were able to pull off an event of the century, like it's just insane.
I don't, complete insanity. Incredible. Now, what kind of numbers did we do?
We had over 275,000 people. Insane.
What is... Her husband got shot in the neck 11 days ago. Erica, now that it's been 11 days since your husband got shot in the neck, how do we do on merch?
We're at like over 200,000 for merch sales. Don't quote me on that because I think it just keeps like bumping up like crazy. But
great. It's all positives.
Huge thank you to the events team, the development team, the graphic design team, the production team. It's just phenomenal.
Erica, with all due respect, what about Charlie?
My husband's dead. Like, I'm not trying to be morbid, but he's dead.
Okay. Can we bring it back to the numbers?
Since his assassination, we have 100,000 chapter requests, 300,000 new donors.
I'm so happy to hear that all of that happened.
Otherwise, honestly, Turning Point USA and Turning Point Action, full steam ahead, you guys. We have so much to do, which is exciting.
Her children lost their father. Who do you think is with them right now? Erica, I'm wondering, because your children lost their father and you're not with them, could we get a read on hat sales?
I think we have 50,000 plus hat orders to fulfill.
Congrats, Erica. That's phenomenal. Just phenomenal.
Charlie in heaven is like, you guys thought you had a busy schedule then, just you wait.
So you're saying that Charlie, with a heavenly perspective, wants us to work even more instead of spending more time with our families? Is that... Oh, dude, I hear she's single right now and available. Do you think it'd be cool if I mean, we're coworkers, but I don't know. What do you think? Does anybody know what the is going on here? Erica, I've been looking at your beauty pageant bikini pictures, and those pictures were awesome. Where were you for those? It looked like somewhere tropical.
Charlie would want us to get back to work, and that's what we're doing.
Okay, Erica, more work from us to generate more money, because that's what matters in this situation, is what Charlie wants from heaven. Roger that. Great call. How do you feel about her? Dude, she's a tremendous leader and a grieving widow. I don't feel comfortable with this. I don't know about you, but I'm someone who cares about...
Yes, JP Sears, wonderful job on that. Exactly. I share the same sentiment about that and many other things, a lot of other things. Something else real quick, because I know we are coming close to the end of the show. I did see, like everybody else, this video footage here of, and this broke just a little, like midday, I think. Justice Amy Comey Barrett is discussing all the threats she's facing. It's sad and shouldn't happen, but this shouldn't be an excuse to cave, says Brianna Morello. This is what she had to say.
Thought I would just share a little bit about how the threats have affected me and my family personally. They have required me to, my children, to think about and see things that children should not have to see or think about. One example is when threats to my life were particularly intense a few years ago around the time of the Dobbs leak. My security detail sent me home with a bulletproof vest, and I carried it into my house, put it into my bedroom, dropped it down on a table, turned around, and my 12-year-old son was standing in the doorway of my bedroom, and he wanted to know what it was and why I had it. And I didn't know how to respond because maybe I lack imagination, but I didn't expect that performing this service was going to put me in the position of explaining to my children what a bulletproof vest was and why I had to wear one. It's also been reported in the news that roughly 6 weeks ago, I was the victim of a swatting incident. At that point, my teenage son, one of my teenage sons, opened the door to go out with friends and saw in our street, it was full of police cars, who had responded to a false report of gunshots and raised voices in my home. I was very, very grateful that I had Supreme Court police outside my home because they were able to stop and meet with and explain to the county police that it had been a false alarm, and so the police did not actually attempt to enter our home. Many of us, me included, have received threatening anonymous deliveries designed to intimidate and harass us. They are often sent in the name of Judge Salas's son, who I think, as you mentioned in the beginning, Mr. Chairman, is deceased because he was killed by a disgruntled lawyer who showed up at Judge Salas's home intending to kill her, but her son, 20 years old at the time, opened the door and took the bullet instead. Her husband, standing behind, was seriously injured. So I think the message on these deliveries being sent in his name is clear. As Justice Kagan said, federal judges across the country, throughout the judiciary, including the Supreme Court, continue to do their jobs without fear or favor, but the threat level is really high.
Welcome to the club, bitch. What are you talking about? I'm sorry. This has been ongoing for many people, and a lot of it is because of you. A lot of it comes around, and what goes around comes around, and you are receiving exactly what you're giving. This is what you're giving to us. And now you're going through it. Let's think back. I don't know. Even just someone like Jamie White, I bring him up again. Not only were his family receiving pizza deliveries in his name, but so were InfoWar. Some of his coworkers were also receiving them. The SWATs and things like that. Yeah, I can remember many people getting swatted, some InfoWar people getting swatted, some other conservatives getting their homes swatted in the middle of the night several times. So yeah, welcome to the club. Now that it's happening to you now, all of a sudden, and it's so crazy because I don't know, just the truth telling of the line of your past. I mean, and your voting record and decisions that you have made. Here's a tweet. Amy Coney Barrett's record tells a troubling story. What a beautiful intro for a tweet. Before Dobbs, she voted with the conservative position at 81% of non-unanimous cases. Since then, that number has dropped sharply, 50 to 60% range in subsequent terms, including on major cases involving birthright citizenship, election procedures, and administrative power, where she is sided with Chief Justice Roberts and the liberals. The Dobbs leak triggered violent threats and protests directly at Supreme Court justices. If that threat of violence or intimidation can move a justice's vote on fundamental issues, we have a constitutional crisis on our hands. Judicial independence is not optional. It is the foundation of the rule of law. When justice appears to bend under pressure, public trust collapses and the entire system is at risk. This cannot be allowed to stand. Threats against the court must be met with zero tolerance, full investigations, and real consequences, no matter who makes them. Anything less is an attack on self-government itself. And then here is a chart. And yeah, I mean, that's how it goes. And we've kind of helped create the ground, like the foundation for these things to happen. That's what I say when I look at the flock system. Yes, I do understand. Flock might have helped solve your friend's murder, but it's the New World Order stuff. Yes, I agree with it, but it's like I hate how things are happening and they're a trend, like the trend is what messes me up. Is what makes me question things. It's like that too good to be true feeling is what I feel with the flock. It's like, I don't know. Not necessarily that I agree with it, but I feel like I'm getting tricked into something. Like I have this weird feeling that I'm getting tricked into something. And yeah, I've seen China. I've seen the post lights at China with like 50 to 100 cameras on each, post that's going across an entire road. But also, I mean, the things you can see with these cameras that are out there. I mean, I have seen VIN numbers on cameras, You know, like there are things that you can see with and like home cameras, you know, like there are some really good cameras out there. And, you know, we've kind of drove ourselves to be in this position. And I say that, you know, and that's how it goes. You know, with Amy, we thought one way, and now here we are with the other. And we should have expected it, of course. And she should have expected it, right? She should have expected it. So here's another tweet, same thing, you know, just saying the percentage of, you know, how she sided when those votes came to the table, and they were always, you know, or not always, but they turned. And it was really shitty because a lot of us kind of depended on her, or not dependent. We had hope, I guess, on her doing the right thing, you know, making the right decisions. And that just didn't happen. And it was sad. It was sad. I was not a fan. So now here she is. Will the average American get beefed up security to protect against the hordes of illegals and their anchor babies she welcomed into the country 2 weeks ago? You know, that's the part that, you know, we should be getting mad at. We should be, you know, because we let everything go. It seems like we're just like, we're mad about it when it's a trend, and then the trend ends, something else comes up, and then we get hyped up about that thing, and then that thing goes away, even though it doesn't really go away, just like the war in Ukraine, just like that. It doesn't really go away, but now we have this other new shiny object to look at. You know, and while that's going, this is set in place, you know, and so on, and we carry forward, and that's how it goes. There was, and real quick, I didn't really go into too much about the Charlie thing, but one of the big things, and I'm going to go right back to that, I'm going to go back to the Charlie thing real quick, is what has been going around is word that there's this high definition picture of Tyler Robinson taking the shot, right? That's the big deal. He took the shot. We saw it. They didn't play it. Why didn't they play it? Well, it was altered. That's why they didn't play the video for the public. It was altered. And so they played it for the courtroom. Right. And then they didn't cover the screen or something, and somebody saw it, and it's just a zoomed in, shitty, digitized video. And here is literally they're asking about video footage in the courtroom. Here's what they said.
Is there any footage of the alleged shooting?
There is not, Judge.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just, it's so crazy. There's so much stuff to have to break down. It's almost like I tell myself that I need to just like do the TikTok, just make these freaking TikToks, because there's always something that I never get to. And I should just do the TikToks because, you know, this Charlie Kirk story, like I read so much about it, and every time I'm like, yes. And then before you know it, there's like 50 things that I want to talk about, and I can't talk about them because it's too long. So maybe I'll think about that some more. But there's a ton of things I had, you know, down here, and that's one of them, because that's one that is getting a lot of attention, because we're seeing people like Jack Posobiec, who is a part of the Epstein binder clique, and he's saying, I saw like 7K golden HD quality video of it. It's crystal clear, you know, whatever. And that's just not true, and it's crazy, and it feels like the Epstein binders all over again. I hate it, and I hate seeing people like go along with it. I hate it, because before we were talking shit about the left making these like tweets and the mainstream news, the mainstream media, releasing these reports on local television and all over the same exact talking points, using the same exact wording, right? We would talk so much shit about these people. We would say how ridiculous, just like how totally absurd and fucking mental and just like put you on drugs, like you are well past help. And now those same people are doing it themselves. And it is mind-blowing. It is so crazy for someone to show me a pile of shit and tell me it's a cake. Like, basically, that's what you're doing. Like, what is happening? Are we seeing the same things? Are we receiving the same information? Like, what side of it's so demonic because a lot of these people portray themselves as Christians, as good people, and they're out here with these big platforms and these giant followings, and they're getting paid thousands of dollars on their social media accounts, and they're pushing all this shit, and it's not right. It's not real. It's a lie. It's crazy. It's a lie. And I mean, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about a lot of other things that these same people, the same group of people, if you know, that where we thought they were on our side of righteousness and truth. But they were kind of gay, right? To us, they were like, they're kind of gay, but we accept them. They're like the cheerleaders for the group. They're kind of gay, but we get them, and we know like they want what's right at least, and maybe they want to be a little bit more popular than anything, but at least they want to be more popular on the right side of things, on the right side of truth, but they're a little gay, so we don't really pay a lot of attention to them. And then they run loose and they get wild and they're out there and they're being too gay. They're just being too much. It's crazy. And it's like, they should have been medicated. I don't know. Like, that's what I would say. And if you know someone like that, then you can agree with me, maybe. I don't want to call anyone out specifically, but I'm just saying that you can't trust the gays. No, I'm kidding. That's not what I'm saying. But anyway, on that note, of course, there's plenty of stuff that I was not able to get to, but I don't want to carry this on for too much longer. I do want to get to, of course, kind of something that we do every show. Towards the end of the show, we do it every single time. It is the Liberty Broadcast original segment of the show. And it first started long time ago, long ago, many, many years ago. We've been around for a while. And don't forget, you can check out older shows and episodes on Rumble. You can look us up at the Liberty Broadcast. Just look it up on Rumble, or you can do /show, something like that, in a reggae voice. Oh, Rumble. You can also follow on Twitter. I am a tweeter or an Xer, whatever the hell you want to call it, whatever makes you feel good inside. And you can follow me there at the Liberty, or you can follow us there at the Liberty Bcast. For some reason, someone had the Liberty Broadcast already. They're not us. So the Liberty Bcast on there, and then maybe I'll make some TikTok videos. You can follow us. Just look up the Liberty Broadcast on TikTok. I'm not a TikToker. I have some stuff up there. It's not award-winning things. I think one time I posted a video of I was playing pinballs, and I posted a video of a game. I don't even know if it was me playing or if it was Don, but fun fact about me, I love pinballs, and we can all blame my husband, Don Salazar. You can blame him. Okay, so we're going to get into it, guys. Please welcome drones, and this is the Illuminati weather forecast.
Oh, yes. Time for another Illuminati weather report brought to you by thelibertybroadcast.com. And it looks like currently right now things are just getting really wet. We have this heat dome thing going on. Let's just go to the old the radar here. Let's take a look. So as you can see up here, up north, where I have all this area right here. This Michigan, like Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, all that. Y'all are a lot hotter than usual because there's this hellish heat dome up there, which is causing all this stuff down here to swirl up into this tropical soup of floods. So as you can see, this is the weather model. It just says everything around here in Texas is gonna flood. Also, it looks like Tampa is gonna be getting some rain over here at Spring Hill. But yeah, it looks like a lot of this rain and stuff that caused some of our colleagues to turn gay is going to continue on. And back to you, Rachel.
Yeah, pretty gay out there. It's pretty flooded. I was actually getting alerts on my phone about flood. So I don't know. I feel like I've not been outside enough today. In my office there's a window. It's covered because it's so freaking hot here that I can't even look outside because I will get seared by the sun like a vampire. So yeah, things are looking fake and gay. Thank you, Lacey, Liberty Lacey in the chat. Thank you. Old schoolers, OGs in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We had a good time. Remember to follow us. Please go to thelibertybroadcast.com. You can watch us there. You can watch us all over the place. You can watch us anytime, live or not live. We are everywhere. And we are all in a simulation. And we'll see you next week. Thank you and good night.